Things are really picking up in the secondary market, mostly due to Tarkir Dragonstorm previews. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Tarkir Dragonstorm, Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy, or find a vast number of other great items on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles. Just look in the description or comment section below for direct links to their site. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. The market is heating up again this week as Tarkir Dragonstorm previews continue to push the prices of several cards, so much so that we're going to be looking at 15 cards trending up this week instead of our regular 10. As always though, our lists are based on two pieces of criteria: the percentage change in the value of the cards as well as the change in the number of sales from week to week. We'll quickly look at the cold cards and then spend a little more time on the cards that are moving up in price. One fast thing first though, I do want to say thank you to one of our gold patrons, and that is Drave. Drave, thank you so much for your support on Patreon. It truly goes a very long way. I could not do this without viewers like yourself for sure. Thank you so much for that support. And now without any further ado, let's get into it. We'll begin, as we always do, with the top 10 coldest cards of the week. This week, we still see a couple Ether Drift cards moving down due to the number of packs that have been opened. However, most of the cards on the list are trying to find their proper price point after recent increases. Almost half the list is reserve list cards that have spiked recently. First though, coming in at number 10 is Rael, the Everwise, down $1.17 to $3.42. That's a 25% decrease. This has been on the cold list for 6 consecutive weeks. It is Radiant Lotus. It came in at number 6, then 5, then 10, then 3, then 6 again. Now this week it lands at the number 9 spot, down $1.30 to $8.99. That's a 13% decrease. Number 8 is Caven, down $1.59 to $7.38. That's an 18% decrease. Number 7, Bright Glass Gearhulk, down $1.91 to $11.30. That's a 14% decrease. Sarcomancy comes in at number 6. It's down $2.35 to $10.15 for a 19% decrease. Number 5, Parallax Tide, down $3.58 to $25.42. That is a 19% decrease. This was number 4 on the hot list last week. This week it lands at number 4 on the cold list as it retracts some after a very aggressive increase. Sister Hospitaller, down $4.41 to $11.99. That's a 27% decrease. This is from the Warhammer 40k Forces of the Imperium Commander deck. Like the previous card, this spiked aggressively last week when it came in at number 2 on the hot list. This week it retracts some and lands at number 3 on the cold list. That is Powder Keg from Urza's Destiny, down $10.25 to $39.99. That's a 20% decrease. Number 2, Rafellos Llanowar Emissary, down $14.67 to $50.25. That's a 23% decrease. And coming in at number 1 is Copy Artifact from Revised. That is down $21.50 to $128.50. That's a 14% decrease. Okay, on to the main event, the top 15 hottest cards of the week, starting with number 15, Polyraptor from Rivals of Ixalan. It's up $2.13 to $20.32 for a 12% increase. This is a great card for Commander Dinosaur builds, and you see this in decks around Gishath Sun's Avatar and Pantlaza Sun Favored, for example. So why is this hot now? This one might be on me. Recently I made a video where we built a Pantlaza Sun Favored Commander deck, and Polyraptor was one of the cards featured. Number 14, Narset Enlightened Exile. It goes up $2.18 to $5.13. That's a 74% increase. This is a fairly popular commander, and it's in the 99 of a few decks too, like Hykar Wind's Fury, for example. However, Narset Enlightened Exile is moving up now because of Tarkir Dragonstorm previews. We have seen some cards that will improve the Narset commander builds, but this will also be a good upgrade to the upcoming Jeskai Striker commander deck. I'm also seeing some players already including Narset in fresh deck lists around a couple cards from the product, Elsha Threefold Master, and the front-facing commander, Shiko and Narset Unified. Number 13, Sarkhan Soul of Flame, up $3.01 to $10.24. That's a 42% increase. This is currently seeing a good amount of commander play. Sometimes it's used as a commander, but typically it's in the 99 of dragon builds around cards like the Dragon or Miram Sentinel Worm, for example. If you've been paying attention, you know that Sarkhan has been heating up throughout the Tarkir Dragonstorm preview season. Obviously, many good dragons and dragon support cards have been previewed, and some of them will play well either in Sarkhan commander builds or next to Sarkhan as part of the 99 of other decks. With that being said, however, beware of this card. We just found out recently that Sarkhan Soul of Flame is getting reprinted in the upcoming Temur Roar commander deck. I'm sure it's going to be great there, and I've already seen some players including it in fresh deck lists around a couple cards from the product. The front-facing commander, Eshki Temur's Roar, and Ureni of the Unwritten. But with an influx of new copies about to hit the marketplace, I would assume Sarkhan Soul of Flame will be going down in price soon enough. Number 12 is Sabo's Web from Invasion, up $3.12 to $15. That's a 26% increase. This is a big card in the pre-modern format that can be found in some main decks and many sideboards to deal with problematic lands. There has been an increase in control builds that finish players off with lands like Mishra's Factory recently in the format. Because of that, lots of decks want access to this card, including the very popular Parallax Replenish build. Number 11, Invasion of Tarkir. It goes up $3.57 to $12.42. That's a 40% increase. This gets a tad bit of commander play. Sometimes you see it in the Dragon or Miram Sentinel Worm builds, for example. By now, though, you can guess why this is moving up. Yep, Tarkir Dragonstorm previews. Again, we're about to get more dragons and support for the creature type, which is creating more demand for Invasion of Tarkir. It will also be a good upgrade to the Temur Roar commander deck, and many are speculating that this card could be part of a standard dragon build. We'll have to see if that happens, but right now Invasion of Tarkir is hot. Alright, before we get to our top 10, just a fast reminder, this video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Tarkir Dragonstorm products or Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy products on their website. Plus they have a whole lot of other things, Magic related and otherwise. Remember, if your order's over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. And if you're looking for a direct link to their site, just check out the description or the comment section below. I do have links posted in both of those places. And now, without any further ado, let's get to the top 10. Down one spot this week to number 10, Amzu Swarm's Hunger. It goes up $3.80 to $26.99. That's a 16% increase. This has been in commander builds around Grist the Hunger Tide or Zask Skittering Swarmlord, for example, but recently it saw increased play in the format around a new card from Aetherdrift. That was Achik Emerald Radiant. However, now there are more players looking for Amzu Swarm's Hunger because of Tarkir Dragonstorm previews. It looks like Amzu will be a good upgrade to the upcoming Sultai Arisen commander deck, and it will be a good choice for fresh builds around a card from there to evolve the balanced scale. Remember too, Amzu was part of the poorly received Ravnica Clue Edition product, so this is a case of low supply meeting higher demand, which has led to the card's continuing price spike. Number 9, Rotlong Reanimator. It goes up $4.57 to $19.05. That's a 32% increase. This one-print wonder is moving up now because of the play it's seeing in the pre-modern format. Rotlong Reanimator is found in two popular builds there, Mono Black Clerics and Mono Black Zombies. Number 8 is Painter Servant from Shadowmoor. It goes up $7.36 to $66.57. That's a 12% increase. Legacy Painter Servant decks have made up a much larger portion of the meta since the last banned and restricted list update, and of course those builds run 4 copies of its namesake card. Other than this Shadowmoor rare version, the only other printing of the card was as a Kaladesh invention, meaning that Painter Servant is a tough card to find currently. Long story short, more demand on this low supply card is why you're seeing the price spike. Number 7 is Miram Sentinel Worm. It goes up $8.99 this week to $14.99. That's a 150% increase. This is an extremely popular dragon commander, and it's found in the 99 of some builds around the creature type like the Dragon and Tiamat, for example. Of course, Miram is jumping because of the dragons and dragon support that has been previewed from Tarkir Dragonstorm. There are plenty of preview cards that will make the Miram commander builds better. For example, Dracogenesis plays very well with Miram Sentinel Worm. Miram will also be a good upgrade to the Temur Roar commander deck, and I have seen some putting in a fresh deck list around Ureni of the Unwritten from there, which is another card that synergizes well with Miram. Coming in at number 6 is Satan Krosan Protector, up 934 to 1182. That's a 377% increase. This has been getting a little commander play as a commander, but now Tarkir Dragonstorm is pushing this one print wonder. Turns out Satan will be a good upgrade to the upcoming Sultai Arisen commander deck, and it will also be good in fresh builds around Taval the Balanced Scale from there. Satan Krosan Protector came out in 2001, so again, scarcity is playing a role in the price spike. Number 5 is Imperial Seal from Double Masters 2022. It goes up $10.72 to $119.32. That's a 10% increase. This tutor gets a lot of commander play in various builds, like Yuriko the Tiger Shadow, for example. Recently, there was additional demand for this when some players wanted a copy to upgrade the popular Aetherdrift Eternal Might commander deck, while others were putting it in fresh builds around Hashatan Scarab's Fist from there. Even though Double Masters 2022 put a fair amount of copies of Imperial Seal into circulation, the other printings are extremely rare. The original was from Portal 3 Kingdoms, and there was also a Judge promo. Until it's inevitably reprinted again, I wouldn't be surprised to see Imperial Seal creep up over time. Up 3 spots this week to number 4, Birthing Pod from New Phyrexia. It goes up $11.98 to $34.97. That's a 52% increase. This has been seeing a lot of play in both 1v1 duel and regular commander. In dual commander, it's in decks like Slimefoot and Squee, as well as partner builds consisting of Thrasios Triton Hero and Timna the Weaver, for example. In regular commander, you see this in decks around Mirren of Clan Neltoth and Tassiger the Golden Fang, among others. So why has Birthing Pod been spiking? Well, on Monday, we're getting another banned and restricted list update. Last time, the unbanning of Mox Opal created an environment in the modern format where Grinding Station Breach decks have been running wild. Players are speculating that we'll see more changes to Modern to try to course correct the format. Some think Birthing Pod may become unbanned since it doesn't seem to be a card that would create any major issues in Modern today. We'll have to see if that happens, but right now many players and speculators are grabbing copies just in case. Down 2 spots this week to number 3, the Ur-Dragon, the Commander Masters copy, up $17.98 to $67.97. That's a 36% increase. The Commander 2017 copy from the Draconic Domination deck, that one only comes in foil. It goes up $23.75 to $125. That's a 23% increase. This is the most popular Dragon typal commander, but it can appear in the 99 of builds around Tiamat and Sign of the Ur-Dragon at times. Again though, the Dragon support and new dragons coming from Tarkir Dragonstorm are the catalyst for the spike you see here. Lots of new tools are on the way for the Ur-Dragon commander builds. Some examples of preview cards that will play well with the Ur-Dragon include Dracogenesis, Call the Spirit Dragon, Mox Jasper, and Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. Moving up 2 spots this week to number 2, Tiamat. The Adventures in the Forgotten Realms copy up $23.36 to $48.85. That's a 92% increase. The one from the list is up $30.90 to $54. That's a 134% increase. This is a fairly popular commander, and it's in the 99 of builds like the Ur-Dragon and Joda the Unifier, for example. Tiamat is a legendary dragon that lets you tutor for 5 dragons with different names when it enters. So why would this possibly be moving up now? Well, clearly this is spiking because of the dragons and dragon support coming in Tarkir Dragonstorm products. In particular, Dracogenesis will play extremely well with Tiamat. Play Tiamat for free, then tutor for a bunch of dragons, then you get to play those for free. Seems good. A few other upcoming cards that will play well with Tiamat though include Call the Spirit Dragon, Mox Jasper, and Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon from the main set, as well as Thunder Mane Dragon, Broodcaller Scourge, and Ureni of the Unwritten from the Temur Roar commander deck. Some do think that Tiamat may be reprinted in one of the Final Fantasy products. Tiamat is a mythological dragon that has actually appeared in many Final Fantasy games. Time will tell, I guess, but right now Tiamat is red hot. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Deathrite Shaman. The Return to Ravnica copy goes up $10 to $14.99. That's a 200% increase. The Eternal Masters copy up $10.19 to $14.55. That's a 234% increase. The one from Ravnica Remastered is up $20.44 to $24.99. That's a 449% increase. And the copy from the Guilds of Ravnica, Golgari Guild Kit, is up $31.89 to $36.45. That's a 699% increase if you're doing the math at home. This is currently played in Vintage, Commander, and 1v1 Duel Commander. In Vintage, you see it in Luris Deathrite, Sultai Midrange, and Scam. In Duel Commander, it appears in Glarb, Calamity's Augur, Slimefoot, and Squee, and more. Over in regular Commander, you see Deathrite in builds like Mirren of Clan Nel Toth and Lathril Blade of the Elves, for example. But why is this spiking right now? Well, remember when I said we had a banned and restricted list update coming on Monday? This is banned in both Modern and Legacy currently, and some are speculating that Deathrite might be unbanned in one of those formats. I personally don't know about that, but regardless, there is a lot of speculation on the card currently. We'll see what happens Monday. And that's going to bring us to the end of this episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. A lot happening in the market, a lot's going to happen in the next few weeks. Banned and restricted list update like we've been discussing. Tarkir Dragonstorm is going to be released. We're going to be getting Final Fantasy previews. Stay tuned to the Market Watch to find out exactly what's going on with card prices, because I think there's going to be a lot of turbulence in the near future. Until next time though, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.